Good day, dear colleagues. I'm happy to present you Kazakhstani Fintech ecosystem. Just a short brief into the history. Everything started when Astana International Financial Center was established back to 2017. So at the same time, the framework for FinTech Lab, which is a regulatory sandbox, were introduced. So it was, and it is one of our priority. And the first years were dedicated to the promulgation and designing of the frameworks. First, later on, the most significant thing I can mention is a pilot project for the collaborations between AFC crypto exchanges and Kazakhstani banks in regards to the creation of reliable fiat gateways for the crypto. So we successfully finished this pilot project, and as a result, we introduced all the necessary. At the moment, we think it's more than enough. Of course, we will enhance our rule books and frameworks further, but at the moment, we do have digital activities rule book, mainly describing the requirements and conduct of business for the digital assets service providers, including digital assets trading facilities. So we implemented crypto fiat settlements rules with Kazakhstani banks, together with the national regulators and central bank. And we introduced STO framework and stablecoins framework. They are all in place starting from the 1st of January this year. So, and next thing, we already started the enhancement of payment systems and e-money framework, and we already participating in the Kazakhstani initiative of exploration of AI in finance. First research will be published pretty soon, I think next week maximum, so you can find it on the National Bank, which is a central bank website. And again, about the Central Bank of Kazakhstan, I think the most interesting initiative and the main project at the moment in regards to digital assets, it's a CBDC project, which was launched back to 2021. It's already gone through the pilot stage. White paper was published back in 2022. Now we have several additional pilot projects, like fragmented pilot projects, and later this year already social payments from the budget will be in a form of CBDC with a collaboration with banks. So full implementation are to be we are expecting later this year, maximum next year. So what is AFC, Astana International Financial Center? First of all, it's a pretty unique position as a common law jurisdiction. It's the only one such jurisdiction in the Central Asia. We do have independent judicial system, sorry about that, autonomous from the Kazakhstani court system. At the moment, Chief Justice of Astana International Financial Center is recently retired Lord Chief Justice of England and Wales, for example. So that will give you the idea about the independency and the level of the competence. So we have aimed to promote innovations in the financial services, and the second aim is help of structuring and attraction of foreign investments into Kazakhstan. So for that purposes, we have special tax, currency, labor regime. We do have more than 14 legal forms, especially tailored, for example, for investment funds. We do have trusts, which is a pretty unique situation in the continental law country. So I wanted to present you more on the Fintech Lab. It's a regulatory sandbox which allows participants to test and develop new services. At the same time, we are not requiring all of the regulatory requirements to be met. Start from the beginning. Approximately they do have 2 years for that, but of course there are some essentials like AML or client classification requirements which must be implemented straight from the beginning before the start of operations. We do have fast authorization for that purposes, starting from the eligibility of innovations and proper regulatory requirements for onboarding and licensing. So we implemented lower fees for our participants. We are providing the opportunity to the participants to work with some live clients with a regulated environment. So with some limits on the clients, on the categories of clients, but still it's already live operations. So tax exemptions applied to our participants. So for example, the tax relief on the corporate income tax are in place till 2066. So here we are with our participants landscape at the moment. We do have 32 firms. Most of them at the moment are digital assets trading facilities, 13 of them. Other digital assets service providers are also represented. We do have 6 crowdfunding platforms for payment service providers and 3 STO exchanges at the moment. As for crowdfunding, a little bit details. So we are not, starting from December, we are not onboarding the crowdfunding platforms to the Fintech Lab because we see it as a mainstream already. So with all the requirements are set in our frameworks, we do understand the business. The participants already understands all the regulatory requirements, all the client protection and disclosures requirements are set in place. So it's no more innovation from the point of view of regulatory sandbox. So you can go straight to the full-scale license for providing financial services in these regards. So, and we published the relevant market notice in December on that. So for payment service providers, we are paying much more attention to the cross-border instant payment. We are trying to develop this sector. So we have experienced substantial potential for such financial services. And our key focus at the moment is the enhancement of the framework, because now it's like fragmented. We want to make a integrated rule book with all the requirements in this document. So, and the most popular thing nowadays in AEFC, I might say, it's digital assets. At the moment, Binance, Bybit, Big One are licensed by Astana Financial Services Authority already. We do have later on other participants. What made it happen? No, first of all the regulations are in place. We have very deep, I might say, market with estimates of Kazakhstani residents owing 700,000 crypto wallets, and we just attracted only a fraction of that to the regulated environment. You will see it later. And we should mention that there is a developed mining infrastructure in Kazakhstan with a world hash rate part of around 6% as for 2023, but back to 2021, the rate actually was 13.5%. There was some developments. We legalized, and at the moment, digital mining in Kazakhstan are licensed with several requirements for the operations. So, and for the digital assets pilot project, which took us 18 months, and these are key characteristics. 6 crypto exchanges were involved with the participation of 8 Kazakhstani banks. The trading volumes reached 239 million USD with 52,000 clients attracted. So, and as a result, we developed our frameworks. It's our vision of a fintech lab, not only testing and developing opportunity for the participants, but also for us as for the regulator to learn from the experience gained in the sandbox regime. So another interesting thing, so we already operating with the so-called green list of digital assets. So all of them, at the moment, there are 106 of them, all of them assessed against certain criteria. We are talking about the cybersecurity criteria, we are talking about the traceability, we are talking about the volatility of the coins, etc., etc. So it took us around 1 year to form this list, and we are going further with further assessments as well. So far we did have 10 rejections of applications to enhance or to expand this list. No, this is some boring regulatory stuff about the digital assets activities rulebook, but we set several requirements in regards to the client protection, technology, governance, cybersecurity. Of course, our authorization or licensing requirements already disclosed there. They're pretty transparent. And this rule book, as I mentioned, applicable to digital assets trading facilities and digital asset service providers like crypto brokers, crypto custodians, etc. Rules on the interaction with Kazakhstani banks are already implemented rules. The document was approved by the Astana Financial Services Authority, Central Bank of Kazakhstan, and Financial Regulator of Kazakhstan as well. So it's already came into the effect. We published OTC guidance because there is some supply side from the digital miners in Kazakhstan, which can be met through OTC as well. So that was the reason of the publication of this guidance. So, and another recent developments on 13th March, we published market notice that not additional to some extent, it's like the core business of the global crypto exchanges. We announced what we are ready to include into the testing programs of our participants. All these services and products like P2P, derivatives, margin trading, staking instruments, OTC, liquidity mining services, and managing digital assets as well. So apart from the digital assets trading, we are thinking and started testing tokenization. First of all, we are talking about the securities. Now we have a key player licensed by us as Bitfinex Securities, which licensed as STO exchange at the moment. We have free issuance with several other issuances in the pipeline. So there are like already some collaborations with digital asset service providers on that platform. And this experience gave us an opportunity to implement the STO framework I mentioned earlier. So I think in years to come, this form, tokenized form, will be widespread because it gives a lot of advantages to the clients, to the financial institutions. First of all, we are talking about the atomic settlements. We are talking about the trading 24/7, etc., etc. For example, one of the bond issuances took like 8 seconds for the book to be filled, you know. So it was like distributed in 8 seconds. So the amount wasn't that huge, around 10 million USD, but still it's pretty impressive timing. So for STO and stablecoins, we already implemented the frameworks. We see the development of the conditions for the market as our key role as for the regulators. And that's it. You can scan QR and directly, this will direct you to the application page. So you can be onboarded. Thank you for your attention.